last summer I created an internship program called The Change Begins Now to kind of bridge the gap of minority women and women in technology. But since the kids are home from college or they're doing remote options, I was able to bring them back. And my intern with one of my techs are actually at something called the Genius Bar, which is for parents as well as staff that have questions. And we kind of posted at one of our high schools, so we're able to help them either remotely or physically. And they have a separate help desk email and phone number. And the rest of my techs, my system administrator is able to focus on the district and whole, so we can kind of get everybody on one accord.
Good idea. I'm going to be reaching out to some colleges.
Very nice.
We had reallocated. I mean, we're very blessed with a pretty good sized staff for our district. I mean, we always want more, but for us, it was just about reallocating how we did support. You know, typically our group of techs and some of our other individuals on our team have been assigned to specific buildings, you know, our larger buildings, to provide more direct support there. But we had gone through kind of a reallocation process where we realigned what some of the techs were working on. And we do provide live phone support. We have that call in. We have a ticket system. And in fact, we had refreshed our staff ticket system over the summer. That was a project that had already been pending pre-COVID, and you know, we finished. I think we replaced everything this summer, but it's all good stuff. And you know, a lot of it was pre-COVID. I mean, COVID. That's like our big saying here. Everything. That was a BC project. It was a before COVID project that we just kind of wrapped up. But it's good now because we're looking at the ability then to directly extend that same ticketing system to students, because it uses Google single sign-on. But really, again, that parent issue, right? You know, how do you provide support for parents? And you know, reallocating resources and doing live phone support has been the venue that we've chosen. But it's not without its troubles. I mean, when we have our virtual days, that phone support is slammed. Slammed.
Is it? So I'm gonna stop complaining then. You know, I had 29 tickets and I was stressed out because I'm really numbers driven. But that's not a lot of tickets, I don't think, from parents. And a lot of them would be like, my kid can't get on the internet. And I think the hardest part is having technology people remember to be customer focused. So I had to train my team, because a lot of times, you know, they talk at people and not to people, and they have to be able to understand and be customer centric. And I even work on it sometimes myself, because I can find myself being really sarcastic, and then I check myself like, Terry, that's illegal. You can't say that. So we had a parent, and she was like, I can't get on the internet. And before I knew it, one of my texts like, is your hotspot on, ma'am? And she was like, no. And I said, how could you have said that differently? You could have actually walked her through different things and like, hey, let's check this. Let's check that. And then he said, do you see the light? Do you see the power? And I'm like, So, I mean, I think the hardest part is getting technology people to kind of think about the frustrations of parents too. Have you guys had any techniques you can teach me to be able to teach my people that's really, really tech centric, to be a little bit more people friendly?
It's not easy, and that's part of why I asked you for staff, who's staffing it, because if some of my techs get on the phone with a parent, we are definitely having somebody at the superintendent's door knocking.
That's why I said we realigned, right? Because we chose a group of technicians who are our strongest from that capacity, because it's not a role we've ever played.
Not everybody.
We've never been forward facing like that. So we were able to, you know, take a group of individuals within our team who could balance out the tech with customer service. And, you know, it's not been without its complaints, but it has gone really, really well. You know, it's just a volume thing more than anything. Like I said, some days, you know, you might sit around and twiddle your thumbs a little bit more on that. And then other days it's like, gosh, we need 3 more people answering this phone. But, you know.
Now, are you guys using Chrome Remote Desktop to help parents remotely?
We have. We've gone through a different basket of products. We've done a little bit of it with Google Meet. Honestly, we've done some Google Meets. And we've been adapting as this has gone on, because what we were doing last spring is different than what we're doing now, after we kind of have a chance to sit down and revisit it and figure out what our biggest needs were. I mean, our joke is that we're kind of putting the, you know, Best Buy Geek Squad out of business here, because, you know, when somebody calls in and the problem is their computer,
right?
You can't really just say, well, hey, it's your computer, good luck, you know. So we've been like providing free tech support to all of our counties. So.
Yeah. Gotcha. Okay.
The thing we've started implementing a little bit is offering fixed text time in the schools. So we have online learners who are just online only, so they are not doing hybrid, even though the rest of the building might be doing hybrid. So we're offering a particular time during the day that someone can know that between this time and this time they can come into the building and someone will be there to provide assistance to them. They can schedule the time if they want to, but a lot of it's just walk-in traffic and being there to provide that one-to-one support too, because some people like that a lot more than the phone. It just depends on the individual, but trying to provide that additional level of support too. So
yeah, that kind of happened organically in our district because we didn't have enough MiFis, and so our hotspots, and so we called when we were totally virtual, we called them Wi-Fi hubs. So we used a cafeteria, socially distanced, and you could come in. And so some of our parents would come in and they're like, I have internet at home, but I need help with this. So it became the tech help area.
Nice.